All right, I'm sitting here, what is this, day 4? I'm sitting here with Eduardo Vicente, Professor Eduardo Vicente from University of São Paulo. We've been talking about the history of the Brazilian music industry and how it formed and how it's different from the music industries in other places. The difference between what they call MPB, which is the Brazilian popular music, bossa nova and different styles coming, but how the industry changed over the years and how it's got to the point now where essentially, if you're not on a major record label, if you're not doing something that is incredibly mainstream, there's not only no chance for you to get onto the radio, onto television, there's no chance for essentially for you to do anything. So the conditions were set for something to sort of form against that, something like Fora do Eixo, which is a system of collectives that kind of builds a separate economy for music. I mean, the example that I think of is in Britain we have Adele. Adele is an incredibly major artist on an independent record label. That could not possibly exist in Brazil. There is no avenue to do that. The gatekeeping is so locked down. So in order to have a sustainable career as an artist, people have to do different things and build different structures and work in different ways. And that's the sort of stuff that I'm finding out here. But also the political infrastructure that allowed that to happen. Somebody like Gilberto Gil, who came along in, well, he was a pop star in the 60s, the Tropicalia movement, becomes the Minister of Culture. And at a time when the internet's coming about, and so he's pushing things like open source technologies and getting people using technology to make things and connect with each other and push culture out of what they call the axis of Rio and Sao Paulo, where all the money is, where all the expensive culture is, where the major industries are. So any artist who's outside of the axis, which is what Fora do Eixo means, other than setting up their own thing, there was no avenue for them to have their own music industry. So Fora do Eixo as an organization was born out of necessity, and that's kind of what we're here to document and find out about. How does it work and how do these pieces fit together. So Eduardo here has been very helpful in kind of putting the pieces together, so thank you for that today.
It's my pleasure.
In Portuguese, unfortunately though, so it'll be in subtitled, so we've been kind of doing translation, so Eduardo's piece in the film will be in Portuguese, which is actually as it should be. I'm sorry that I can't speak Portuguese, so I need somebody to work between us, but it's been really helpful. Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure.